like having a really Okay, I just thought I'd just make another recording, and that's just to just state what you were saying to me at each stage. I have said that some better technology will be able to amplify his voice on the other end of the phone, because it was the landline on my wall that he called me on. But just for now, while it's fresh in my memory, I'll just say it's funny. My responses to him are like they do on TV, where they don't show the other. They don't have the other person's part, and they always make the other person really state the obvious in their reply. It's really funny, but I've done quite a good job without intending to, but I will just explicate it a bit more. Okay, here we go. So the phone on my wall rang, and it would only be Liu. But I thought it might have been the police, because I did give that number as a secondary number in case my cell phone wasn't ringing. Okay, so I'll just stop and start.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, he just says, hi, Caitlin, Liu here.
No.
He says, better now? I won't pass comment on this. I'm just going to report on what he says.
Oh, why would I feel better?
And then he laughs. And then he says, anyway,
No.
So after he laughed at me for saying, no, why would I feel better? Because there's no resolution. There's a promise of a resolution or a whatever, but there's no I'm not safe at the moment. And also, like, when you're threatened, like having a really horrible interaction like that with someone that you thought you were friendly with over fucking nothing, just aggressive fucking psychos, why would I feel better? Anyway, so then he says, I talked to them and I found out what happened. And I'm like, oh, did you now? Right, you found out what happened. By talking to one party, okay, right. Good evidence, mate. And then it wasn't as bad as I expected. He wasn't saying that I was in the wrong. He was just saying that they wouldn't do it again and that I was safe and it was fine and not to worry. And yeah.
Sorry, Lou, they've got to go. They've broken criminal laws. They've threatened me.
I think that was when he was just saying, he didn't say they were moving out in the morning, but he said that it's too late tonight for them to move out because there's nowhere to go. Who gives a shit? Cheyenne told me, because they've got a great big people mover. Cheyenne told me when we were actually getting to know each other that at least they had the option of sleeping in their car. And it's kind of not my problem. They have nowhere to go. Like, maybe don't assault me at night time.
I'm sorry, I don't believe criminals when they say things. Okay, I accept that they need to stay here tonight. They have little children, and no, I'm not letting it go.
Yeah, so he just said, just let it go.
And the police unit will probably be arriving sometime tonight, and they've suggested it's a good idea if they talk to me with you. And I've also let Sharmila Grant know, and she's going to let Robin know.
So, of course, I mean, I don't know who this audience is. It could be police, it could be all sorts of people. So, including Sharmila and Robin, but Sharmila Grant is the, I think she's the general manager rather than the regional manager, but one of the two of housing at MSD. So that includes emergency housing and all sorts, and that's whom I rang. And then Robin is my ISCM, and she, she has a business relationship with you and other customers here. I am in a state of shock at the moment. I do not check my blood pressure anymore because it's very dangerous for me to check my blood pressure when it's probably very, very high. I'm not doing well at all. And I've forgotten where we were, so I'm just going to go back 15 seconds. Sorry.
Not letting it go, and the police. Sorry, I don't believe criminals when they say things.
Yeah, so that's when he just said, they said, he just went on and on that they're not going to do anything and everything's safe. It's like, fuck that.
Okay, I accept that they need to stay here tonight. They have little children.
Not that they care about them.
And no, I'm not letting it go.
Telling me to let it go.
And the police unit will probably be arriving sometime tonight, and they've suggested it's a good idea if they talk to me with you. And I've also let Sharmila Grant know, and she's going to let Robin know.
Those mouth sounds are like my mouth, like part of the stress. When I go into, because I mean I have PTSD, for fuck's sake, and you don't even need PTSD to be really, really upset by an altercation like that. Especially when I'm already very frightened living here after what's going on.
That's fine, but
I think at some point, and it might have been earlier when he knocked on my door, he said he'd talk, or it might have been during this conversation when he said he would talk to me tomorrow. And it's like, nah, I'm not talking to you. And I think that's why I said something like, it'll be with the police. So I'm not talking to Liu. There's no fucking way I'm talking to Liu. He's a sleazy, slimy, fucking, I wouldn't say he's a good PR man, but that's certainly what he tries to do. He just tries to spin everything and deny everything. And he was saying there that he can't stay up all night to wait for the police. It's like, well, it's kind of your job, bro, but whatever. I said.
You don't make the laws. Parliament makes the laws, and if you don't keep us safe, then you're criminally culpable as well. So we'll. Yeah.
And then he laughs and goes, "Yeah, we're all criminals," because I do talk to him about the Crimes Act, and I say these are crimes, Liu. These are not your personal choices to make. These are crimes. And the things that are being done to me are crimes. You cannot make your own decision as a motel owner to allow crimes to occur in your motel that is not within your jurisdiction. So he goes, basically, we're all criminals. And so he's pulling all these manipulative tricks, like making out that I'm just accusing everyone of being a criminal. It's like, no. I'm accusing the people who fucking assault me here and who fucking threaten me here, and you who turns a blind eye and neglects us and neglects the contract that you made as a duty of care to your residents. Those are crimes, and I've given sections of the Crimes Act that it falls under. And he's just he's doing that manipulation tactic where he just makes out that I'm I call everyone a criminal, and so why wouldn't I call him a criminal and the neighbour a criminal? Because that's what I do, I call people criminals. So this is how I talk to him now, like I've just got no fucking time for the guy.
You don't try that on me. I don't think you're all criminals. I just think people who commit crimes are criminals. Goodbye.
And it's quite funny because I haven't used a landline apart from earlier today with Robin, because my phone's been a bit funny. This is the first time I've used a landline in like decades. And there's something just... People have made jokes about how unsatisfying it is. Like, you can't slam a phone down on someone on a cell phone. I don't slam it down because I can't, because it's attached to the wall. There's not enough gravity there to really make that happen. But that was very satisfying. Anyway, and I should just say for the record, because I didn't record to you what he had said to me in the text messages. I just referred to them because I was talking to him, and I was saying, well, you know what happened when you knocked on the door. But what he did is he knocked on my door when I was on the phone with the police, and I hit it back when I'd gone inside. And it was a reasonably soft knock. I thought it was either going to be you. I didn't think it would be a unit that quickly. I thought it might be Cheyenne or the other neighbours, but it was you. I opened the door, and it probably would be recorded, because I said to the Hayley on the phone, the call taker at police, I did say, oh, hang on, please, it's the manager, if you wouldn't mind, just... Because I wanted Hayley to observe, and she said, yes, of course. And you said, what's going on? What happened? And I'm like, what? Like, I'm on the phone with the police, and he's like, is everything okay? But not in a caring way. He doesn't give a shit. He changes because he knows he's on record. And I'm like, no, everything is not okay. And he was asking me questions, and I'm like, Leo, I'm on the phone with the police. Like, I'll tell you later. Like, I'm not... He's just such a fucking inconsiderate dickhead. Like, he's just got no comprehension of anybody else's interests or activities. It's like he genuinely thinks that I can have a conversation with him and leave the 111 operator hanging there. And then he says, I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's like, oh, no, you don't. You're going to, if you talk to me, it's not going to, I've made it very clear I'm not talking to him. I'm never going to be alone with him. I'm not even going to be alone with him, recording him, unless absolutely necessary. I've made it very, very clear to him that we're having no contact whatsoever. Now, he is going to have contact in this situation, because he's going to be, I want to be involved in the discussion that we'll probably have with police. I really hope police do have this, do follow this up. But he's just that kind of person. Like, he's just a classic abuser. It took me so long to pick up on the fact. I'm so gullible because I know all about abuse, but they still managed to blindside me. SB, right? But once I know, once the penny finally drops, I'm like, yeah, no, my threshold is crossed and you shall not pass. And I'm like, you are not doing your sleazy, slimy, telling me that I'm overreacting. He's just, what he does, like, I know so much about gaslighting, and I know that gaslighting is not what a lot of people think it is. It's not disagreeing with you. It's not even lying. You know, gaslighting isn't even lying to you. Gaslighting is just constantly attacking your credibility, but not attacking it. It's not like a smear campaign to others. It's a smear campaign to you yourself, trying to make you feel that your memory or your judgment is wrong. And, you know, the really simple version of gaslighting is basically it's a campaign to make someone doubt their own sanity. And or a milder version to doubt their memory or their perception of events or their memory of events. But the technical meaning is to make someone feel that they're crazy, and that's when that definition is correct. And it's not just that definitions can change, because gaslighting, the definition cannot change because it refers to a specific thing. It's not one of those words that can change over time. It's a clinical definition, and it's a definition of a particular kind of abuse. So it can't just drift into something else. And it came everyone should know by now, it came from an Alfred Hitchcock movie in which the husband was changing things around the house, little things, to make the wife feel like she was going crazy, and she did go crazy in the end. I haven't seen it, but I really think I should. And there's a version of it in the movie Amelie, well before I'd heard about gaslighting, where she does it to somebody else. And it was seen as like this wonderful kind of trick she was playing on this very nasty character, but it was actually fucking horrible. Yeah, it was really horrible, actually horrible. I don't think gaslighting's really ever okay, but I don't know, maybe it is if someone's evil enough. But yeah, no, Liu has no... I find abusive people, and as abusers are either a narcissist or upward by definition. I often find them just incredibly stupid. Like, they don't seem to understand when you're like, it doesn't work on me, mate. But when the penny drops and they realise that, oh shit, she knows what I am, that's when they start retaliating, and that's what's happened to me so much.